Hey guys, I'm here with my Bambu Labs X1C that I got for Black Friday. I avoid Black Friday my entire life. There was such a good deal on it that I had to go get it. And since then, I've upgraded things and made things to make it more functional for me, including getting a stand, and a rack for all my filament. PLA, basic colors, PETG, carbon fiber, and I got ABS in there right now. I got a bunch of PLA in that one. This one isn't in use right now, but it's for carbon fiber. It's also a dryer for anything really. And then I got more PLA in this one right now. I can have 13 filaments, and I could add another one to have 17 total. And then I got all these empty ones with the AMS. What's really cool about this is all the things that I can make with it. I've made a lot of things for the printer to start with, including a poop chute for all the plastic waste that comes out of the back of it. The first couple days it was just going all over the floor. So I made that. I made a sliding top. The glass usually just sits inside there. I raised it up a little bit so it could slide, and added lights so it was brighter for better quality time lapses. And then I made some shelves because I bought more AMSs so that I could have bigger selection of colors and printabilities. I made a shelf so far, and then I'm making a second one for the other two AMSs that I have received. I made a tool holder for all the items to be in a centralized area. I made a parts and tools storage area as well for extra space to be organized. I've made flags for friends and cup holders. They're not cup holders, the table things. What is it called? I don't know. I made some friends, other things like I made my roommate a cat figurine. One of the other items I made was a movable turtle, which is kind of cool. I made my roommate's cat a floor thing so that it collects all the litter box stuff instead of being all over the floors. It's been doing pretty well so far. I'm excited about it. And honestly, the possibilities are endless. Currently, I've been doing a lot of things that are already pre-existing, modifying them as I need them, editing them on the laptop. What's cool about Bambu Labs is they have a cell phone app, Bambu Handy, which is a great source for open source, essentially, projects that people have already developed. In a lot of cases, I've already tried, and other people have tried and made suggestions for corrections. It's amazing. Lately, what I've been doing is if I want to make something, for instance, for my Harvest Right freeze dryer, I wanted some tray holders so that I could stack my trays. So I Googled it and found tray holders that existed already. And sure, I could have taken the time to do it myself, but it already exists. I already know it's tried. Again, a lot of the stuff I'm doing right now is for the printer, but again, it's endless. One of these shelves that I built, that shelf cost me about $25 to make, maybe 30 actually, but if I bought that shelf, it would have cost a lot more. What took me so long to get into 3D printing? With what I like to do, I love making things and building different stuff. I like to build tricycles and fabricate things. It was just a matter of time before I got one of these. And what really inspired it is my roommate. My roommate is also similar to me with being an inventor and mechanically inclined. And so this was something I felt would be really beneficial for both of us to test out projects that we want to work on, whether we make them out of a form of plastic or not, or maybe we start it just so we can get a mold. But what's cool about this printer, it's called the X1C. The C stands for carbon. It will print carbon fiber, which I haven't done yet. I'm still dealing with just PLA and PETG. And next thing I'll be working on is some ABS. But I'm taking my time. Carbon fiber is expensive. I don't have a project for that use yet. But when it's time, I'm excited to see what it comes with, how it handles, and the strength and durability of it. It's pretty remarkable the things that you can get these days that are already 3D printed. I just bought a chin mount for my full face mask from Chin Mounts, and it is completely 3D printed with some 3M stickers on it. I could have actually made it myself. When I bought it, I didn't have the 3D printer. So well, it's really cool, and it's even cooler because I have other friends that have them, like my friend Trent Sigurd. He just got an A1 Mini. Check out his video as well. But A1 Mini is the smallest version of Bambu Labs, I believe, and the X1C is the personal home 3D printer. They have a version above that, but it's more for engineering purposes. What's in the future for me with 3D printing? Again, I want to try to get more into carbon fiber prints, and I want to get into things that are functional, primarily for bicycles or for things to that effect. As you guys may know from my channel, RidewithDanUSA, I love cycling. I love building bicycles and tricycles and things that make it so that I can pedal. And I love just helping other people out with different ideas. I know some of my friends have been working on cup holders with 3D printers. And, you know, what's cool about 3D printing is it can be endless. I can pretty much make anything I want. Again, my friend Trent, he just made for his nephews and nieces the Switch controllers, you know, the little tiny things that come off the actual Switch. You know how they have the little controllers that you can buy for, like, I think he said it was like $25. He made one for 75 cents. So it cost him, even with the power, say less than $5. It's pretty remarkable. And you're saving on packaging, you're reducing waste in terms of the shipping and all the plastic that's wrapped in it and the foam. What can you really go wrong with? The hardest part that is to get used to this is making and designing your own things. To do that, you need different programs like Fusion 360, which is what I use because it's the free version. They have other programs out there that you can pay for and have probably better options, but for what I'm doing right now, I don't need those options. So Fusion 360 works great for me. I also have Bambu on my computer, which is the slicer for what I can take projects, and essentially what I've been doing is taking people's projects that already exist and consolidating them to make them faster and filling up the plates better so that I'm not wasting that space. And what I've learned from doing that is some of my files that I've been working on would have taken, say, 12 hours to do, and because I consolidated them, it's now taking about 9 to 10. So saving time, being more efficient, wasting less plastic. It's just a stepping stone to be able to do all these things on my own. There's so many things out there. Why not take advantage of what's already out there before I have to start making things that don't exist yet? What benefits are there for 3D printing? There's a lot of benefits. One, like I mentioned before, you're reducing your carbon footprint by not buying from companies and essentially large corporations. You're reducing your waste with not having packaging. You're reducing your amount of cost because items cost a lot of money to build and make and ship and store, and instead you're just making it yourself. I think right now, with everything I've made, I'm probably less than $300 in materials and cost of electricity and things like that. I'm well over that in terms of preparation. I like to be prepped. I made sure I have pretty much every nozzle because there's different size nozzles for different projects. I've learned that the 0.2 nozzle is for more demos. It's kind of less strength and more brittle because it's so thin. And it goes 0.4 to 0.6 to 0.8. 0.8 being the thickest one, from what I've read, is usually has a lot more strength and durability. The most common one that I've seen be used is the 0.4 nozzle, which is being ran right now, pretty much for every project I've done so far, except for the tiles that I made for the cat. Those I did at a 0.8 just to make it a little bit stronger. Items that I also acquired for this project, obviously I bought the 3D printer, but other items that I bought to be with it was the filament dryer over here from Acrylity. I also got 3 AMSs so that I can have a total of 12 filaments, 13 with the dryer, and really I could do 14 with the exterior one. with an option of adding a fourth AMS. I upgraded the feeder in the back, which originally came with just one hose feeder. I upgraded that to the 4 feeder so that I can have the 4 AMSs. Extra parts just so if this goes down, I don't want to be stuck in not being able to use it. I got extra chips, tools, components that are needed for it to maintain. Lubricant, it's not just like a regular household printer that you can just fill the ink every once in a while and go. Every once in a while the AMSs will get jammed because of the filament not being spooled sometimes properly or inconsistent, so it'll get stuck and it'll stop the print. Luckily it keeps the bed warm because I have a heated bed, whereas like the A1 Mini don't have enclosures, so you gotta make sure that you use glue to keep the part that you're making from sliding and moving on and off the table. One of the other cool things I made was this trash can. This trash can has all the moving parts on it. On the inside, it's got pennies. You can barely see them, there they are. Pennies that are glued in there so that it gives it the weight so that it'll always find the center. The lid is removable. Plastic, they have a vase mode, and it's really cool because there's no lines where this actually finishes. It just continues the whole way. It's one continuous thing. So pretty cool things that I can make. I have this so I can throw my PETG filament in, the scraps. And one day, hopefully, when I fill all this up, I'll invest into the filament maker so that I can essentially melt this all down and bring it back into usable material.